Okay, so we will begin with the basics. Loosening of the joints. We will start shoulders, little forward circles, maybe 5 or 6. Loosening, 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 then reverse it. Then we'll do the neck here and here. One more time. Then ear to shoulder. Again. One more time. Good. Then wrists, loosening the wrists. Like doggy. Fingers. Okay, next we will do try to work only from the middle part, so little basketballs. Try to work only, put both feet together. 5 or 6, we're exercising the organs, the internal organs, liver, kidneys. Good, good. Then we could do a little hips. This time we follow the shape of an egg. Push, relax. Push, release. One side first, and then the other side. Push, release. Following the shape of a football or an egg. After 5 of these, this is the hip joints. Very important. All right, good. So we're going to work the knees. Little circles. So you have to put both legs together and you stir the ground with your knees. Relax your lower back. Then again, but the opposite direction. Okay, that's good. So we've covered some of the major joints. Now ankles. So you want to stir. Then reverse it. Then maybe little forward kicks. Maybe little bit of side action. Then switch. Four or 5 times one way, 4 or 5 times the other way, little kicks. And then here, side. Good. Next we will try to keep this leg locked, then a little bit down. This way it loosens all the ligaments, muscles here. And then the other side. It doesn't have to be anything too strenuous. Go slowly, stay in your comfort zone. Then we could do this. One palm here. 1. Then reverse it. Then switch. What's that? I'll back up a little. Good, okay, so we're loosening the joints. Then, something that hasn't been touched upon by all the instructors that I've looked at, all their materials, including what I just sent, who was supposed to be the last living super student of the original founder, is that they don't go deeper into, like what Sri Aurobindo says, which is the vital physical, the nervous envelope, and the subliminal, and how that connects with the whole universal. That's really the essence of it, to be able to access that at the same time that you're dropping all the weight and all the energy and all the stress and releasing everything from the whatever energy blocks or have accumulated into the ground. So the first one, which is very, very pleasant, you could do is just imagine it's like a marble here, a marble. So you want to just either here, whatever makes you feel comfortable, either this one or this one. So from here you want to, we could start off with, imagine that your head is being pulled up, which means you're relaxing from here down. Your head is being pulled up, and then you're working with the lower, the legs. You're sinking into gravity, but at the same time you're being pulled up. Put your tongue on your upper palate where the word lay. Imagine there's a balloon right between your thighs and you're just slightly squeezing it because you don't want it to blow away. Then you flex your hips a little bit, flex them in a little bit. Then your chin, just tuck it in a little. Then you're going to be going through moments of tension, relaxation. Every time you feel tenseness anywhere, release it into the ground. In breath, your belly and your lower back expands. Nose breathing, preferred. So in this one, which is very, very powerful, you have your palms here, you begin to lift energy, you're lifting a lot of energy, reverse the palms, you're right over your head as if you're a tree, roots, branches, leaves, and you're gathering the energy from the sun right over the top of your crown. Both palms are directed at your crown. They come right to the very front and you're washing all your energy field. So observe me as you could do it all this in one movement. Here, remember, this is the way you have it. Palms facing up, right to the front, and washing. I do this at night before going to bed to clear whatever I might have picked up, which usually is a lot. So this clears your exterior and your internal. It washes. Okay, relax. So in this standing posture is what is called Zanzong, depending on who you're hearing from. So in this, you want to be able to just, both your palms are here. You want to relax your lower back. You want to have a balloon between your thighs, and as if you're squeezing a balloon, but not too hard. You don't want to pop it and you don't want it to fly off. So you're squeezing a little and your palms are like so. So relax your shoulders. Put your tongue, tip of your tongue on the upper palate. Your head is suspended as if it's being pulled up by a cord, and the rest of the body is falling into gravity. This is called the universal pose. You could do this for about 2 minutes. Then you could, what they call standing in a stream. You do here, very easy. You shift postures, right? Like this. So you imagine you're standing in a stream. Again, you're holding the balloon with the thighs. You're thinking of the your lower feet. You're dropping everything and you're feeling as if both the palms are holding two balloons softly on top of a stream or lake. Another one is here, with palms facing back. Always imagine that there's a small, like golf ball under your armpit, or maybe even at first a marble. So again, you're dropping everything into the ground. Think of the bottom of your feet and soften your knees. Always soften the knees. Not much, but don't lock them. This one is another beautiful one right here. Now the palms are somewhat facing each other. There's 5 standard exercises of this sort. There's this one here, but there's quite a few others, but there's 5 basics. This one is like as if you're embracing a gigantic tree. Now relax your shoulders, sink into the ground, and allow your head to be lifted up by an invisible cord, rope, as if you're hanging on a hanger. Okay, here we relax. There's quite a few others. There's this one. There's this one. There's this one. So there's many. We're trying to keep it to the 4 or 5 most simple ones. So in here, we're trying to do, as we were doing earlier, we'll review this one again because it's so potent. Here, lifting energy, grounding energy like a tree, and you have branches for arms. Then here, right over your crown chakra, right to the very front, and washing everything, exterior, internal, and the bones. Okay, relax for a minute, shake it out. Our good fortune is that we can tap into what Sri Aurobindo says about these other parts, like the vital physical, the nervous envelope, and the universal prakriti, and all that connected with the subliminal. So this is super vast. None of the Tai Chi, Qigong instructors touch upon that. Most of them work only from the lower vital. So they get a lot of power, but they lack these other interesting qualities. They stay here. The vital proper is the one more that we begin to center, and the center of balance is right here. Devada, you are into it. Okay, so next we could do some very, very simple ones. Very, very simple and beautiful. So again, always unlock.
A little far away.
A far further?
Feet are not coming in the camera. Yeah, correct.
Okay, so here, always unlock the knees. That's the first one you have to remember. 2, very, very important, always squeeze a balloon here, not too tight. Imagine there's a balloon right here and you just want to hold it there. You squeeze it, it will pop. And if you don't squeeze enough, it'll blow away. So that's 1 right here. 2, you want to soften this here. It's going to keep tightening up. So you want to always release any tension that's been giving you challenges. You want to release that. And you do that by, and we have the good fortune of possibly, certain teachers say, imagine you're urinating without urinating. So that's the feeling that you have to have. Or as if you're standing under a shower and it's washing away all the challenges that we have. Or as if you're internally smiling without having to really smile from your face. It's almost like you're cultivating some form of blissful continence, a blissful feeling, a gratefulness, a sense of aha, a letting go of all the tricky little things that we tend to encounter. So from here, if you can do here or here, as Dan was doing earlier, this is like holding the ball right around where your lower vital and vital proper is. Again, soften your lower back, squeeze the balloon between the thighs, unlock your knees, think of the bottom of your feet. In breath as belly expands. Tongue on upper palate. And hanging as if suspended from above by a cord. This way you're stretching the spinal column. The above is pulling you up and the bottom is sinking with gravity. So from here, a few minutes, if you get bored, which is easy because if you don't feel anything, well, it could be somewhat challenging at first. But from here, you could just put the palms up. 2 minutes of this, very slowly, you could do this. Make sure that the back and the shoulders are wide, like a barrel. Or you could imagine you're holding the mother. From here, you could go right to this one. So from here, you want to imagine that you have a rubber band holding both wrists. Imagine that each one of us are inside of a gigantic sphere or a globe made out of Roman candle type sparkly energy. Or we could put all 6 of us into a gigantic sphere of energy. So as you think it so, we make it so. So from here with the rubber band, you begin to expand the rubber band, pull the rubber band. Then release the rubber band. Again, but remember you're in this gigantic sphere. You're breathing in as you're expanding. Belly expands. Exhale. One more. Gradually you will feel like the air between your hands has taken on a certain density, almost like you're working with putty, like an electrical type air that has a putty balloon, and this is this chi, this force. So this is one way. So if you're feeling any illnesses, once you get the energy and you're beginning to really sense and you're beginning to have confidence in it, then if your liver or anything is bothering you, then you could put your palms here and draw the discomfort and bring in fresh energy using the breath. Pulling the negative, putting in the positive. Same thing could be done with the kidneys through the front, or just putting the palms anywhere here. Okay, so we're relaxed. So this one is very, very simple and very, very beautiful. Again, unlock the knees. Put half of your attention at the bottom of your feet. Then imagine you're surrounded by, very, very high type wonder. You're grateful for this wonder that we're all involved in. Then your palms rise like so. You're bringing in energy. Exhale. You're bringing in fresh energy. In breath, exhale. Fresh energy you bring in, exhale. And relax. Another one that we could do that Mr. Professor here has is the DVD with Kenneth Cohen, where you're bringing in energy, you're rising way up, you're completely, it's whole body breathing, then you exhale, sinking a little bit. In breath, you're drawing in as if you're under a waterfall. So imagine a gigantic waterfall, or imagine the mother above your head, and she's projecting all her energy right through your head and washing everything. All your discomforts and sadnesses and disappointments. Then one more. You're drawing in fresh energy and exhaling. And relax. One of the dangers is this button broke. Anyway, one of the dangers, if like a lot of the Qigong Tai Chi guys, is that they pull the force. So a lot of tricks they could do with energy, which I could show you upstairs. But what we're trying to do is what Sri Aurobindo has recommended. It's more of a drawing through a gratefulness, a gratitude. You have a sense of wonder and aha. You're cultivating being grateful. This is one of the secrets. This is Qigong, is to be able to open up to the universal and internally say thank you. That's the secret. So far, okay? Is this enough? I don't want to be put into